Hello everyone, Gaming with Big Green, and we're here looking at the Kingdom and Power score. We've just taken the lead. We're winning the event now 51% to 49%. It's a close one. We're in day 3, pet training's going on. But we're going to do something with this video where we're going to look at some things. Now we're going to have a tip for day 4 of the KVK in this video as well, but there's something I do very often with my roster or with my characters, and I do something with the gear because, well, a lot of these characters I don't use. Now I have my main characters, and I'm really interested in taking my gear up to the highest possible level, and I'm really going to start trying to focus on that, especially being closer to level, you know what I'm saying, level 100. So I'm going to start trying to focus on getting my gears a little bit farther along. Now I have a really high gear on Zoe and a really high gear on Jabel, and even though I really like Zoe because you can increase her health and defense through the gear, and she brings attack stats with her offense and skills, I'm looking to increase my lethal to try to push Conquest a little bit farther. So we've been doing really good in Conquest. We just beat the 9 million mark in Conquest, and we're only at 6 million when we do that game mode. So we're going to see if we can just bump these guys up enough to get a couple more wins in Conquest. Now, like I was saying, I do this pretty often because the gears on my characters that I'm not using, to me, I look at that as false power. It's not true power. Yes, I get 20,000 to put a gear on this one and 20,000 to put a gear on this blue character. But I don't use them characters. Them characters are not helping me defeat rallies. Yes, they do little stuff like when you're sending out multiple waves for watchtower missions and stuff like that. But let's face it, they're not even that important to you. You know what I'm saying? So putting stats and gears on these characters, they're not really helping me. So I do it so often, and then I'll go back and I'll take the gear off when I'm trying to hit something. Honestly, I kind of don't even really want to put the gear back onto the characters, but it does look nice. Like once you start struggling to try to gain power, throwing gear on these characters will bump up your power in a pretty good amount. But what good is that power if it's not using to defeat a rally or an enemy? You know what I'm saying? Basically, you're just giving yourself false numbers, false power. So that's why I take them gears off and I put them and reinvest them into my main characters. My 5 characters I'm using for Conquest, or mostly my main 3 characters that I'm using for rallies and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to get more, even though it's not as much power, and I'm going to get supplying it to the low blue troops or the blue characters and stuff like that. Yes, it's going to jump my power up, but again, it's not really doing nothing. That's fake power. That's false power. That's why when I punch up so hard. That's why I'm able to take down Watchtower boss over 160 million with only being 60 million, because I focus on my main 5 characters. My main unit is where I want my gears to go. And yes, we do have Amadeus sitting down there with purple gears, but they're also leveled up. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take Amadeus's gears off, and we're going to refresh them or reforge them and put the XP into Jabel, and we're going to see what we can do as far as that. And we're just basically going to try to, now basically we're just trying to push Jabel as far as possible. But when you take these off, you want to make sure you unequip them, tap on a different gear like the bottom right, then you'll see the reforge option on the bottom right. Now in here you can reforge your gear and get the material back 100%. But if you're doing hammers, you have to be careful because you're only going to get 50% back on your hammers. So keep that in mind. Make sure you reattach the gear so you don't accidentally upgrade it into Jabel or another character that you're trying to upgrade into. I've done that so many times I can't even tell you. But we're going ahead and we're trying to get her gear up. So as you can see, we're at 78. That takes us up to 84. So we're one step closer now. You see what I'm saying? Like, I was able to move that gear from 78 up to 84 just with all the extra gear I had on characters I'm not using. And again, I don't care about the power of Olive or Seth. Shout out to my team because they were doing something pretty funny yesterday when I logged in right before Bear Trap. They were talking about who's going to open with Seth and who's going to open with Olive. So shout out to you guys. I thought that was comical. That was very funny. Really good because they were making fun of the first Bear Trap video that we did together about, I guess they were trying to bring the Hawk out in me with trying to open with blue characters. So shout out to y'all. That was comical. I really love seeing that. So we went ahead and we're breaking these gears down and we're going to put them into Jebel as well. Because what we're trying to do is just increase the lethal of our cavalry from Jebel in order to get a little bit more damage in Conquest, which we're just got stuck on. So we're going to do this. We're going to upgrade her. Now you can see up above, we're having our alliance announcement because we have the castle battle coming up against the 169. So it's basically telling everyone, prepare your defense bubbles. You know what I'm saying? Follow the alliance chat. You can see it floating right at the top. Players with TGs 1, 2, and 3 should contact R4 to participate in battle. So I got TG1, so I'm gonna contact R4. Hey, yo, buddy, yes, okay, you're gonna be in the battle. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm on R4, so we just let our R4 know. Sorry, I'm being goofy, but I really like to do this, and yes, I'm starting to prioritize the other gears as well and trying to get the defense up where my lethal's high, and on my infantry, I'm working on increasing the attack as well because my defense is high, so I kind of want to balance it out a little bit, but not 100% balanced. So now we're going to look at Conquest. This is where I defeated the 9 million. Now these guys are a little bit below 9 million, but this is the boss. You can see it's at 380, so level 380. So we tried a couple times, and the first time, like when you do this, you got to kind of see who's hitting what where. And you kind of see we were a little close. So when I look, they got 2 infantry up top. So we're going to remove Saul. I think that's what I did. No. Okay, I didn't even take Saul out. I put Howard in. But I ran 2 infantry up top and let them, had 2 archers in the back, which turns out I was better off just using, I should have took Saul out even there and probably put Gordon. I would have even probably had better results. My Saul is struggling a little bit. That's because I kind of started already replacing him. Now, especially when Rosa comes out in Generation 4, Saul's going to be pretty much going to be the same as Howard and Quinn for me. So you guys can see here, we're trying a couple different things, and obviously I can see right there, we're not going to pull out the victory. So we're going to try swapping some things around. We're going to go back to our original unit, see what that looks like. Now, when I have a unit, I kind of like to lean heavily on it when I like it, but I'm noticing Saul's troops are getting hammered really, really fast, and he's just not doing what he normally did for me. And you can even see Saul's attack against Marlin barely did any damage to my Marlin, and my Marlin is just about to hit 3 stars. So right there, I've seen that we're still a little weak, and it seems like he was my weak point. So I could either try 3 cavalry, or I can go move Jebel back down and put Howard back up and try running 2 infantry, 2 cavalry, and Marlin with the archers in the back. So we tried this formation right here, and now we're on 381, and we're trying to push this. As you can see, we're getting a little bit more better results with running an extra cavalry over having Saul in the background. So now this is going to make me look at Saul when I go back after this video, I'm going to look and see what gears I got on him. If they're upgraded, I might take him down and just use a different character. I'm real close to having Petra in as a player for Conquest. So once I get her fully upgraded, I'm probably going to end up running 3 cavalry, an infantry, and an archer. I'm probably going to have Jabel, Gordon, and Petra with Zoe and Marlin. Saul, I'm probably going to end up working out of this. Like, he did really good, but Gordon's actually very good in this because of his heal. Now, this is another reason why you kind of want to consider working on Eric. And with that being said, man, it's tough for me because yes, I have Eric, but I'm in Generation 3. I have Eric, but I'm working on Petra. And I have Zoe and Marlin I'm still working on. And even though I'm about to hit 4-star with Zoe and 3-star with Marlin, and I'm questioning myself, I mean, Eric would be really good for this, and he's a good garrison captain. Do I want to invest in him? And I'm finding that answer to be hard for me right now, because knowing what we got coming out in Generation 4 in about a month away with Alcar, he is just an amazing infantry character that's coming. All of Generation 4 is going to be a must grab almost. Margaret, you're going to want her, but she's not that, I mean, she's not like a wow factor, you know what I'm saying? She's got like, she okay. Guys, she's okay. She's good, not great. Let's just say that. But the other 2 characters are great. So we're going to really want to think about what we're going to do going forward and where we are with our level of spending currently, and with us trying to get this YouTube channel up. We haven't had much coming in. We're all invested into the channel, so until we grow, we're kind of struggling. So we're not really able to spend like we used to. And where I'm sitting at now, I think instead of investing into Eric, I'm going to want to invest into Alcar. So I'm going to want to start having a pre-save kind of going on while I'm trying to finish off my Zoe and Marlin. So unfortunately, I'm going to put Eric on my back burner. And it's just because I don't garrison enough. And if I do, I'm going to join, because there's a lot more higher TGs than me. So that's why I'm really focused on the dude with the Falcon, the Fab. I'm really focused on him because I'm going to be a garrison joiner, and I know that. So he's one of the best garrison joiners you can have in this game currently. So that's where I'm putting my purple shards and my efforts into. Now, one thing I want to point out, you can see the long timers on my troop centers. All right, tomorrow is going to be Thursday. So what I did was, if you come into, it's not in here, it's in growth. All right. Sorry, it's in growth. So if you go back in here and go to training capacity and hit use, it's going to give you the option to boost your capacity by 200%. That's your speed and your capacity for 200%. I think it's, and your time, yeah. Okay, for 200% for 2 hours. So I activated that last night, and I got over 2,500 troops. So that's going to be about 5,000 troops coming off when Thursday's event is going on, when troop completion is here. So I'm going to have about 5,000 level TG1 troops coming off completion during my event. So I capacity boost. Now, right there, what I did was I had a bunch of level 1, so I capacity boost them up, but the time wasn't quite as long. So I'm going to end up having to probably do just a normal upgrade or train for my infantry. But my other 2, cavalry and archers, as you can see, they got 1 day and 6 hours left. That's going to put me into Thursday. There's over 2,500 troops in each unit, so that's 5,000 troops I'm adding towards my score for KVK. So that's one thing you also want to consider too. If you're you might still have time to do it if I can get this video out soon enough. You might want to consider a capacity boost, but it's, again, given the time, you don't want it to run over Thursday. And you know what I'm saying? Like, depending on how many troops you can train, if you could do 800 in a 12-hour period, you might want to still consider getting this done so that way you can get 5,000 of your troops, or even more, 7,500 of your troops if you're able to do all 3 buildings. If you can get that to complete on Thursday, I mean, that's just, you know, like I said, I mean, you're training 800 troops in every 12-hour opposed to the 7,500 you can get off of the capacity boost from doing it the prior day before. Again, little tricks like this will help you go a long way in putting up a score in KVK. And we're going to try to come up with more tips and stuff like that also help players. But one thing I want to look at, I cannot find Mythril. So where is Mythril? I'm looking, like, I could have sworn I've seen it in the shop before this. So what we're going to have to do is probably jump over to the Kingshot database, and we're going to do that here in this video with everyone as well, and look at the information of Mythril and find out where to acquire it. So now we're in the Kingshot database. We got Mythril pulled up, and we're going to take a look. Once your gear hits level 100, and it has a Mastery Forge level of 10. Okay, so you have to even get your Forge level up to 10. I thought you just had to get up to level 100. No, you have to get your Mastery Forge up to level 10 as well. Now, one good thing to note is you're only going to need the Mythril on special upgrades every 20 levels. That's level 20, level 40, level 60, level 80, and level 100. And where are the sources? Arena Shop and Champagne Fair. So we're really going to have to keep an eye on Champagne Fair. Maybe if you're close to having your gears done or close to a level 100 one, you want to start trying to grab Mythril. Now you can see how much Mythril you're going to need for the gear requirements. And again, it says it's in the Alliance Championship shop. I don't know where or not Alliance Championship shop, but it says it's in the Arena shop. I didn't see it. I hope this isn't like it doesn't. There's no date of when it's going to be added into the Arena shop. So let's go and look at the Arena shop, because again, this is the type of shit that pisses me off about this game. Okay, it's not in the Arena shop. And I don't know if there's a date when it's going to be added to the Arena shop. I don't know if you hit a level 100 gear, then they add it. But why would you add a material that you're going to need to upgrade something? Why would you unlock it when you first hit level 100? That makes no sense. There's no way to prepare unless you grab it from Champagne Shop. It is not in the Arena shop. So if you guys have any information on Mythril, where the hell it is and how to acquire it, please write it down in the comments, because again, the devs are doing the same shit they always do, being stupid. I don't see, again, that's where the source says it is, in the Arena shop. It is not in the Arena shop. I don't know where Mythril is. I can't find it anywhere to acquire it. I can't, you know what I'm saying? So I want to start trying to prepare for when I do hit level 100. So maybe it comes unlocked once you get past level 5 mastery on the hammers. It doesn't really say. There's no description in there telling us anything more about Mythril. It just says it can be found in Champagne Fair and the Arena shop, and it's not in the Arena shop. So shout out to you devs for doing this shit to us again. But oh guys, if you guys like this video, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for your support, your love, community. I love you guys. Keep coming back. We're going to have a ton more videos. We're going to come out with the day 4 video coming out shortly. And we're going to talk about the troop capacity boost again. But I want to get this video out there, so hopefully there's still time for people to take advantage of it. Thank you guys for watching. You guys keep coming back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all. Take care. Peace.